How's it going, everyone? It's been a while since we've done any updates. Did a little trip down to Destin, Florida. Went fishing with the family down there, and we ended up slaying. We probably caught 220, 250 fish, and that was before the dolphins started stealing them from us. So, I mean, we would have caught significantly more. But we're back to Missouri, and it's freezing cold here. So that's a good time to do some cold start tuning. So I've been working on that on this. And yeah, it's going pretty good. It requires a bunch more fuel whenever it gets down into the 30s. I was not expecting how much more fuel it required, but it's getting there. So the hatch, do a little couple updates. We got the aluminum dash in. I got some gauges in. I didn't go real crazy expensive on the gauges, being that they're just kind of reference anyways. All the data that I'm really going to be looking at is going to be on the ECU or the laptop. The fuel side is done outside of getting the intake and the fuel rails on. Side note, I am going to go ahead and put the factory intake on this motor. Now, not that one. That's just a junk one. It'll be cleaner. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put the factory injectors, factory everything on this. I will have to use the aftermarket fuel rails just to get the AN fittings and get all that ran. But I kind of want to do that because people that were following the MicroSquirt video were asking just questions about the factory Honda throttle body, the map sensor, the idle air control valve, stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the factory intake on here and get this running, show a good bass tune. I actually have one of the STM Pro ECUs on a Odyssey minivan, so it's been pulling information off of that. So I have a really good ignition map and AFR map and stuff like that to target. So we'll get this bass tune a little bit tuned in better than we did the MicroSquirt video. I don't want to go too aggressive on the maps because I don't want somebody to blow their stuff up and then come back and say, hey, you did this one very specific thing wrong and that caused it to blow up. So we'll do a safe tune on this still, but I do have another issue, and that's kind of the direction on the ECU. So this is the STM Pro ECU. It is a Speeduino based board. So the main board is based on the Speeduino stuff, but it runs an STM 32 development board. Now, it uses this instead of an Arduino, which is what most people on the Speeduino side use. I went with this because it can support more things. It's got more pins. I feel like this is going to be the future of the Speeduino, but it's not quite there. It doesn't get the support yet. It's a little early yet. So they're still doing a lot with Arduino boards. Now, they have a drop bear out now. That came out after I bought them. It was announced for the drop bear, but no one knew how long it was going to take. It took forever. It's still on back order. You can't even get one. But I think that is the way that most people are going to want to go, because if this guy decides in a year that he's not making this ECU anymore, this whole guide is basically useless. The Arduino stuff is so well supported that it's going to be around for a long time. So what do you guys think? You guys think we ought to just switch it up and go with the Arduino based board, like a drop bear? It's still got the 8 fuel injector support, 8 coil support. It still does boost control, everything like that. Basically everything this one does. I have to check on the boost by gear because this one does have a vehicle speed sensor input. I don't know if the drop bear does. I'm just trying to do that off memory. It probably does. If not, there's probably a workaround for it. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should we switch it up? Should we not? Let me know in the comments. All right, that'll be it for today. We'll catch you guys in the next video.